Hello, and welcome to VB 411. I'm your host, Miz Information, City Hall's local know-it-all, here this week to bring truth and clarity to misconceptions and rumors. This week, we're highlighting the code enforcement process. One of the top concerns we hear from residents looking for a code enforcement violation to be fixed is, why isn't it corrected immediately? The short answer? Once a violation is issued, a property owner is provided a reasonable amount of time for violations to be addressed. Code violations on private property are typically discovered through a complaint or as part of an inspector's routine patrol. About 35,000 code violations of the city and state codes are cited each year. The process focuses on obtaining voluntary compliance, not assessing a fine. 22 code inspectors with the city's Housing and Neighborhood Preservation Department are responsible for ensuring compliance with state and city codes related to building and property maintenance. The codes are designed to keep the places where our residents live, work, and play both safe and attractive. When inspectors are brought in to check potentially unsafe buildings, they look for violations like structural and fire hazards, proper security of vacant structures, and any other conditions that create a concern for the safety of the residents or the public. They also check for unkempt lawns, trash and junk stored in a yard, inoperable or illegally stored vehicles, waste management violations, and graffiti. Violations related to appearance may sound superficial, but they can have an impact on the property values of a home and those around it. So imagine what Virginia Beach would look like if such things went unchecked. So let's say that a property owner receives a notice of violation for a home that's missing vinyl siding and has loose gutters. It's considered a minor repair since it's not a life-threatening issue. The owner has 30 days to correct it and bring the home back into compliance. If the violations are corrected within 30 days and passes reinspection, then the issue is closed out and that's the end of it. Need more time? Call the phone number listed on the notice and speak with the inspector. Extensions are granted on a case-by-case basis, but it must be requested in writing. For example, if there's a signed contract that shows work is in progress and a firm date of completion has been established to correct the violation, an extension will likely be granted. Major repairs that pose an immediate concern to life and safety have shorter deadlines. That could be anywhere from 24 hours to 7 days, depending on the infraction. These violations include things like no smoke detectors in a home, no running water or electricity, no heat in the winter, or significant structural defects or damage. While most notices are resolved without court action, there are exceptions. In about 1,000 cases each year, the violations are escalated to the courts. This is a last resort measure after all options for voluntary compliance have failed. Now, once that happens, enforcement is in the hands of the court. A judge can do anything from granting additional time for compliance to imposing punitive measures such as fines and jail time. If you would like to report a potential code violation, please contact the Code Enforcement Division at 385-4421. Now, you are not required to leave your name, as their complaint system is anonymous. To learn more about the city's Code Enforcement Division, please visit www.vbgov.com/code enforcement. Today's Did You Know segment is brought to us by none other than Mother Nature. The arrival of summer also means the return of mosquitoes. Believe it or not, Virginia Beach has a team of 34 people who are devoted to keeping the pests at bay. During mosquito season, a lab technician, an assistant, and 3 interns test mosquitoes collected from 70 traps across the city. They check for any diseases and see where the adult mosquito population is concentrated. If testing reveals any diseases or a population boom, spray trucks are deployed to those specific locations to reduce their numbers. For those who might be sensitive to the spraying for medical reasons such as asthma, mosquito control can red tag your property with a piece of reflective tape. When the spray truck comes around, the operator will turn the system off until they're away from the tagged house. However, spraying isn't the first choice. The preferred method? Stopping mosquito growth at the source by eliminating breeding areas. Mosquitoes love standing water. It's their preferred breeding ground. In fact, they only need a ½ an inch deep puddle to lay and hatch eggs. And that's where you can help. Eliminate puddles, change out water in bird baths, and clear clogged gutters to reduce stagnant water. Have a kiddie pool? Dump the water and turn it over when you're finished. If the standing water can't be entirely removed, it can be treated with pesticides which will kill the mosquito larvae before they take flight and breed elsewhere. Need extra help? Mosquito Control will make a house call. Residents can request backyard spraying once a year. While the technician is there, they'll consult with the homeowner on how to reduce any standing water or treatment methods to limit larval growth in water sources that can't be removed. To request backyard spraying or a red tag, call the Mosquito Control Bureau at 385-1470. If you want to check when crews will be spraying your neighborhood, the schedule for each evening is available over the phone and updated daily at 3 p.m. Now keep in mind, wind and weather conditions could cause it to change. To hear the schedule, call 385-1590. Now, before you email me and ask, what do they do in the winter? I checked. Bureau employees have plenty to do year-round. They partner with the city's stormwater management team, performing ditch maintenance to eliminate or reduce the amount of standing water and improve drainage in ditches across town. Now, this division has a long web address, so visit www.vbgov.com/VB411 and click on the article for mosquito control. We'll have a link for you there. And now, you're in the know. Thanks for joining me this week. I look forward to hearing from you with topics you'd like us to highlight on the show. Email me your ideas at mizinfo@vbgov.com. See you next time.